I prefer to solve more questions than reading concepts many times. As if we start solving questions, we got to know thinking of organic chemistry, it's our perspective. If we think positively, it would be easier. If we think negatively, it would be much tougher.
Hello everyone. Welcome to Arjuna Group's new show, Success Tips from Topper's Lips. In this show, we interview a student who has been a topper in one of the competitive exams like IIT JEE or NEET or UPSC or GATE. I'm Shweta, a volunteer of Arjuna Group since last 5 years. Today we have a very special guest with us, Ms. Manaswita Reddy. She has secured rank 111 in IIT JEE exam and is currently a first year student in IIT Bombay. And she has studied from Sri Chaitanya Academy from Vijayanagar. So let's hear her success story from her own lips. I would like to tell our audience, our dear students, that today Manaswita is going to speak about the topic how to study organic chemistry for IIT JEE. Right? So that's the topic. So I am really sure that all the students who are watching this video will be surely very, very eager to hear that how actually we should study IIT for IIT this topic as organic chemistry. So the first question that I would like to ask from you, Manaswita, is that why did you choose this topic?
As most of the students face problem while preparing organic chemistry for competitive exams, I would like to address this problem. Most of my friends also used to feel organic chemistry was difficult and used to ignore it. Generally, students at starting think it is difficult and eventually ignore it, which makes organic chemistry further difficult. My experience was also similar at starting. I too didn't score well. I too used to think about why it was only happening only to organic chemistry, but I didn't ignore it and insisted on studying it, which managed my point of view towards it. Mostly the students think most part of organic chemistry is memorizing, but it's not that way. If we start understanding it, it would be similar to other subjects. First of all, they should change their point of view toward organic chemistry, which gives us positive thinking and increases our interest in it.
Okay, amazing. So you have put a very important viewpoint towards organic chemistry. Most people think that it's just a subject for memorizing. But today you are telling something else. You are telling that actually this can be taken as a subject which can be understood by students like any other conceptual subject, right? That way it will be easy. Now, honestly speaking, being a student, like I also was a student who once studied organic chemistry, and let me tell you, I was also one of them who was feeling that, oh, it has to be just mugged up, right? And you just have to remember everything, and it's so much, it's too much. But here, if people would think, if students would think that it is about understanding it, probably it will help them in answering the questions also, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very, 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 very nice and very important viewpoint that you've put. And dear students, kindly note this, that organic chemistry is not just a memorizing subject, it is a understandable subject. Okay. Okay. Moving on to the next question. Manaswita, I would like to ask from you that what strategies you applied for studying organic chemistry? I mean, what did you do different for studying this organic chemistry?
I suggest preparing notes for organic chemistry during teaching sessions. It would help us revise topics easily in a short time. My teachers used to prepare notes for us in such a way that covers topics from different books. So our work was somewhat easier and it was very helpful. After finishing reading notebooks, I prefer to read NCERT textbook as it also presents topics in a clear and simple way. Generally, JEE picks questions directly from it. Especially in JEE Mains, we get direct lines from it. But for JEE Advanced, they slightly twist topics in it. I would like to discuss one question asked in JEE 2021 paper from NCERT. This snippet from JEE Advanced 2022 paper. It was based on nucleophile substitution. This nucleophile substitution was directly discussed in the NCERT. One table was given about it in it.
Amazing. This means we should not underestimate a book as NCERT, right? We feel that NCERT is a very basic thing, right? Don't you feel? That's there, but direct question from NCERT in IIT JEE questions. This means that students, you should see that you should read NCERT books also well. Now, can you suggest some other book also, Manaswita, that will be helpful for students to, study organic chemistry?
I prefer MS Chauhan's book as it contains many questions to solve on each topic. If they want to go further deeper into a topic, I prefer Peter Sykes' book. In it, every concept was discussed clearly at a higher level. If we want to go deeper much, we can refer this book. I prefer to solve more questions than reading concepts many times. As if we start solving questions, we got to know how to apply the concept in a different way and also the topics in which we are weak. We should not ignore such topics. Every topic is important to us because even one mark matters much in today's competitive world. Students should clear their doubts immediately. If we leave them, they may pile up and decrease our interest in the subject, and our mind also will be confused about those topics. From our doubts, also, we can learn a lot.
Okay, very nice. So you mentioned about the books. Students, please mention there are the names of the books that Manaswita is referring to, and you can refer to such books also to get deeper into organic chemistry. Okay, Manaswita. Moving on to the third question. Can you give some tips to the students? I mean, how they can study organic chemistry well and they can score well in the exam?
Thinking of organic chemistry, it's our perspective. If we think positively, it would be easier. If we think negatively, it would be much tougher. Most think that there is a lot to memorize in it, but it's not that way. Once we start understanding the logic, then it would be very nice. After understanding the concept, if we solve some questions on the same concept, it would help us in building self confidence. If we memorize it, we will be not able to apply the concept to some tougher problems. If the concept runs directly, we can apply it. If we twist slightly, we may lose marks in that question. I don't say that should not memorize anything. There might be some topics like names of compounds, etc., that need to be memorized. If we refer to them frequently, we will remember them easily. I'll discuss an example that would be easy to understand than to memorize. Generally, it's about an aromaticity. Generally, we decide whether a compound is aromatic or anti-aromatic using Huckel's rules. Planar, fully conjugated monocyclic system with 4n plus 2 pi electrons having a closed shell of electrons all in bonding orbitals are exceptionally stable. Such compounds are said to be aromatic. Analogous system with 4n pi electrons are described to be anti-aromatic. If you see aniline 8, it has 8 pi electrons. Now we apply this logic for it. We think it is an anti-aromatic, but it's non-aromatic. Now everyone starts thinking of it as an exception and starts memorizing it without knowing the reason behind it. But the reason is due to its stub shape, which is non-planar. If we understand the reason, we can remember it easily and apply a similar concept else somewhere. So stop memorizing it and understand the reason behind every concept.
Okay, amazing. Stop just memorizing, but understand the concept behind any question or any topic, isn't it? That's very nice. That's really nice. Okay. So, Manaswita, can you just speak about little like how students can avoid the mistakes while they do, while they solve some questions of organic chemistry and they happen to do some mistakes. So, how they can avoid those mistakes?
I prefer students to make mistakes book, which might be very helpful to look after our mistakes during our last days of preparation. Generally, questions that we solve, we will be able to solve them at any time, but it's different in case of our mistakes. We forget them easily even if we solve them once. So I recommend preparing a mistakes book and referring to it frequently. It would help us solve questions in which we did mistake once, but not after it. I too prepared a mistakes book which was very helpful to me in reducing my mistakes.
Okay, amazing. This is, you're saying about mistakes book, right? I mean, we have to, students have to maintain a mistake book. Through that, they will be able to remove, I mean, whatever mistakes that they're doing, maybe they'll forget it. But if they're maintaining the mistakes book, then what will happen? They'll not commit the same mistakes again, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
Amazing. That's, I mean, this is what you have applied also? You have not made a mistake.
Yeah.
Okay. So can you share some experiences of your own mistakes with us?
My experience of making mistakes book is like this. I used to forget about Birch's reduction, that it won't happen on terminal alkane. It's one of the topic in alkynes chapter. I used to reduce the terminal alkane part also. The reason behind not reducing terminal alkane is sodium forms salt with terminal alkane. I used to forget this, but in the end, one question was asked on this topic in my JEE Advanced paper. At that time, I got in my mind that similar concept was written in my mistakes book. At the last, the book was useful and I answered it correctly. Yeah, I'll show you the question. Here is the question. Similar concept was asked in my JEE paper.
Okay, so you were able to overcome the mistake that you did while solving it, right?
Yeah, it
And
matters a lot to me.
it matters a lot. Amazing. Yeah, even 1 marks matters a lot in IIT JEE exam, right?
Yeah.
The rank shifts like this, right? From top to bottom in
Yeah,
terms. Yeah. True. Very true. Amazing. So please, dear students, kindly make the habit of maintaining a mistake book, writing your mistakes so that you don't commit the same mistakes in the main exam. I mean, in the exam that you're going to appear for, right? IIT JEE exam or say NEET, whichever exam you are appearing for. This mistake book concept can be applied for even other exams, right? Now you have given IIT JEE, students might be giving NEET exam or some other exam, right? Even board exam. So they can maintain this habit of maintaining a mistake book. Amazing. Thank you for that deep insight. Okay. Now, Manaswita, the next question goes like this. What type of questions from organic chemistry came in the IIT JEE exam?
Generally, organic chemistry has a weightage of around 33% of overall chemistry. JEE generally tests basic concepts but not our memory. Generally, they don't ask complex questions. They ask questions based on general concepts but in a different way. They twist a simple question so it becomes hard for us to answer in that stressed condition. I would like to show one question to you. Yeah, here is one question. Generally, we think staggered is more stable than eclipsed, but here we should apply a different concept, that hydrogen bonding, which won't be striking to us in that hard condition. So it was very simple concept, but it didn't strike to us at that time. Striking is more important, and we should not be that much tensed at that time of attempting the exam.
Okay, amazing. Yeah, we should not be that much stressed out that we even miss out the simple things that we would have solved just like when we're not under pressure. We can solve simple questions very easily, right? But when we are under pressure, my God, that simple question appears to be like a mountain, right? Which we cannot move at all, isn't it?
Yeah. They don't stick to a particular topic. They give questions on different topics. Mainly aldehydes and ketones are an important topic. After it, aromatic compounds are also important. We can't predict JEE paper. In 2021, it was much on general organic chemistry part, and our time, it was much on reactions. Every year, it touches different topics in a deeper way. So I recommend all students to study every topic, but focus mostly on important topics.
Fine. Okay, so here, dear students, Manaswita has mentioned certain important topics in organic chemistry. Although you don't have to miss any topic out of the entire organic chemistry. And also she has told about the weightage of organic chemistry in the entire chemistry paper. It's around 33%, right? It's around 33%. So this means that it is really important. You should not just think of looking it, right? You have to get deep into it in order to get a good rank in IIT, isn't it? Amazing. Thank you so much. You're giving so nice tips, so nice suggestions. Lastly, one more question I would like to ask from you. Manaswita, what has been your experience of reading the book Art of Concentration? And how do you feel that it can help these students preparing for any competitive exam or say any board exam?
Art of Concentration is a nice book. It inspired me a lot. Problems discussed in it are daily life problems faced by students during their studies. It discusses every problem faced by students in a detailed way and also provides a solution for it. Book doesn't contain solutions directly, but it discusses them in a story format. We can also read a book in our break times. It would be like an entertainment by doing a useful thing. It motivates children who are depressed and builds their mental strength. I want to discuss one part of it in which they use the story of Lord Hanuman to motivate us. It was like this. When Lord Hanuman went to find Sita, everyone stopped at the start of the ocean. But he went further without losing hope. Even after facing many obstacles in between, he didn't stop. He insisted on fighting her. At last, he found her. Similarly, in our lives, we have to face so many obstacles. We should not turn back from seeing them. We should face them bravely and move forward. In this way, we can get success in our life.
Okay, amazing. So you shared the story of Hanuman, right? How Hanuman finds Goddess Sita. Now,
Yeah,
lot
yeah.
of difficulties came in his way. Still, he did not became morose, or he felt that, oh, how will I find Goddess Sita? How will I find Mother Sita? No, he didn't think like that actually. Amazing. And you also talked about mental strength for students. I believe that mental strength is really, really important for any person in any phase of life. Want to talk of just student life, which is again a very crucial part of our life, right? Student life.
Yeah.
So, and if you talk about preparing exams like IIT, right? So these exams are not just exams which can be prepared in one day. No, it's not like that, right? You have to be consistent in your effort, right? You have to be consistent, you have to be hardworking, you have to be mentally strong so that you don't give up in between, isn't it? And that intrinsic motivation to keep on going comes from reading such books as AOC, I feel, isn't it? So
Yeah.
reading such books, dear students, will be very, very important for you all. As you heard from Manaswita, that difficulties will be there. What to do, right? But difficulties can be removed by keeping ourselves motivated, keeping ourselves mentally strong. So therefore, I suggest you all to kindly have a copy with you of such books as Art of Concentration. And also, I would like to thank Manaswita for being with us today. Such a nice interview we had, such nice enlightening session you gave about organic chemistry. So many questions you discussed, practical questions. And you also told the students that, see, it is not just memory, it's about concepts, right? And also,
Yeah.
one more important point that I liked was your keeping the habit of maintaining mistakes book. And in the exam, you could excel because of it, right? So, dear
Yeah.
students, please note all these points, and it will be surely helpful for you. If you found our video helpful to you in any way, please like our video and try to subscribe our channel. Share this video with other students who will find this helpful for their studies as well, right? And if you have any comments, any queries, any topic that you would like us to hear from toppers like Manaswita, you can leave all those queries, comments, and topics in the comment box. We'll surely get back to you with that topic, with those answers of your questions. So yeah, kindly write something in the comment box and kindly subscribe to our channel. Okay, we will be coming back with yet another session like this, success tips from Topper's Lips. Till then, thank you, Manaswita. It was really a nice time with you, and thank you, my dear students.
Thank you.